right, guys, so you see the title of the video? This is my spoiler review for Spider-Man No Way Home. And you guys, I will be diving into full spoiler, so this is your final warning. If you have not seen the movie, I am diving into spoils, so please check out the movie first if you haven't already, then come back and we can definitely talk some more spoilers because there's a lot to talk about, you guys. First off, I just want to come right out the gate, spoiler review, and say that the inclusion of both Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield was absolutely stunning. Stunning. Like, let me be real with you guys. That was probably the perfect display of those characters for a Spider-Man fan like myself. And listen, it didn't feel like fan service. It played into the story of developing Tom Holland's Spider-Man so well. You get to explore these other qualities of the Peters, like the technology and science genius in these characters. And it is just so well included in the story that you become so excited, so excited. I know I was like so hype to get them, and how they are introduced in the story is not gimmicky. It's not weird. To me, it makes the most sense. And I think that it is just incredible how they literally include them in this movie for the development of Tom's Peter. Speaking of Tom Holland, absolutely incredible display by Tom Holland. He did an incredible job transitioning between different emotional bounds, being in tragic moments, having heartbreaking moments, having these moments that are just crazy. He seriously displayed so much range, going from the chipper Peter Parker to the like more emotional and hardened Peter Parker in the end, and Spider-Man in the end when he felt that he made a mistake. Oh my gosh, you guys, losing Aunt May. Whoo, I know I was crying, you all. Look, let me know down in the comments if you've seen the movie, how you feel about losing Aunt May, y'all. Like, seriously, losing Aunt May was absolutely heartbreaking for me. And getting the line, finally getting the with great power comes great responsibility line is absolutely wonderful. There are so many great things about this movie, guys. I really do like the inclusion of the other Spider-Man, though. I love Tom's acting in this one. And losing Aunt May was so tragic. And guys, we got Matt freaking Murdock in the beginning, baby. Like, that was absolutely incredible. What a cool cameo to throw Daredevil back in the MCU, which it's kind of weird, isn't it, that they're putting them back in the MCU and at the same time not actually, you know, introducing the shows again or giving them these big shows or big roles. But hey, I'm cool with it. Charlie Cox, Daredevil, throw him back in. I'm super happy with that. There are so many great qualities about this movie. The de-aging technology. Oh, and the villains are awesome. You don't really know who to trust throughout the movie because of the plan. But what I love so much about this is getting Willem Dafoe's Goblin back. And he is just as mischievous, evil, horrible, and cunning as he was in Spider-Man 02. Matter of fact, he might be more cunning and evil in this one. And to see him return and do such horrible deeds, what a crazy Goblin we got out of Willem Dafoe. It's like he's just stepped out of the 2002 Spider-Man movie. And to see him take out Aunt May, I was with Spidey. I could understand Tom Holland's Spider-Man wanting to kill him, wanting to almost kill him, but then you get that beautiful moment when Tobey Maguire stops Tom Holland's Spider-Man from making the final death blow. Holy freaking moly, guys. It was so amazing. And that was such a great button up for Tobey Maguire's Spidey, because Tobey's Spidey came to the universe with the perspective of he thought Uncle Ben's killer being killed would solve everything. He thought that that would satisfy his need as Spider-Man, and it didn't, guys. And that is exactly what he accomplished by stopping Tom Holland from doing it. He actually came back around and sealed his arc by doing that. And then Andrew saving MJ. I love how they play it off as this when he saves her, they really just give him this moment of truth, this moment to breathe. He finally achieved saving a love interest. Even though it wasn't his own Gwen Stacy, he still helped Peter Parker achieve what he couldn't before. Absolutely love these characters included, guys, and what they did with their story. So good. I'm gonna skip forward to the ending and just say I love that we got a classic Spider-Man suit made by Tom. No more Stark Tech. He's listening to police scanners, going out fighting crime as the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Oh man, this is what Spider-Man fans deserve, guys. Absolutely loved everything about this movie. The visuals were great. I like the story. I can understand if people say that it's a little bit clunky in the beginning. I can completely understand that because I can see how it could be a little jarring and a little clunky at first. But guys, I'ma just be real here. It was fantastic to me. I really, at this point, I haven't seen it a second time. I don't have any criticisms, any heavy criticisms on this movie, to be honest with you. The only one that I thought was a little was no Uncle Ben. I thought maybe that we would see Uncle Ben in some way, shape, or form in this part for the Watch series, but I'm assuming that they just didn't roll with the Uncle Ben this time, and that's okay. It was Aunt May. She was in the main driver's seat of Tom's life, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. But there's so much more to talk about. I definitely going to be doing a live stream on this probably tomorrow around 5 o'clock p.m. ET, or I'm sorry, 5 o'clock p.m. MT. I'll definitely be sitting and talking about this because, guys, this was an excellent film. I love the score. I definitely got to go back and see it a second time because I would love to see if any of the Webb or Raimi scores were included, the Elfman score or Hans Zimmer. I don't know if they were, but I think that would be awesome if they are. I got to go back and listen one more time to the movie. I was just so locked in to other things going on. Doc Ock coming back as Otto Octavius was awesome, and seeing him actually revive and help Spider-Man, help his Peter Parker out. Love that little sequence. I really enjoyed this, but you don't know which villains to trust and who to trust, who not to trust. It's crazy. It's all over the place, guys, but let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'm so excited to talk about this more because, gosh, there's just so much. Even just the nuances between the Peter Parkers when Tobey's Spider-Man shoots out a web and the other two Peter Parkers are just like, what? You have organic web? It's just so brilliant, you guys. Like, there are so many amazing little moments and nuances and little brilliant things about this movie. The story is just full of so much heart. It's full of so much emotion and so much gravity, and it just is, it's the embodiment of what it means to be Spider-Man in this movie, guys. I am so happy with this movie, and look where it stands. I'm a 10 out of 10 on this, and I also have it as my #1 Spider-Man film on Letterboxd. I've got it in my top 3 in my MCU ranking. I've got it only behind Black Panther and Infinity War, which honestly I might bump it up after another watch. I'm not entirely sure, but the Matt Murdock stuff, oh, and the comedy was really good. I'm wondering if this will be the final bout for MJ and Ned. I'm not entirely sure they'll bring him and her back. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of confused. You guys got to let me know what you think if they will bring those two back, because I'm not entirely sure myself. But y'all, I am so happy to have seen that. So happy, guys. Like, wow. I'm speechless, almost speechless. I remember going to the theater and just clapping my ass off and just being so happy and so just, wow, guys, I absolutely loved it. Y'all, thank you so much for tuning into my spoiler review. I will definitely be having more Spider-Man content throughout the rest of the week, guys, because as we know, Spidey's coming, and Spider-Man No Way Home is now in theaters, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this review, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that big red subscribe button down below. My name is Leo Rydell. This is Geekly Goods, and we will see you next time.